I started, I believe, was it? Yeah, because 2020, everything closed down. Um, yeah, I started taking music seriously later. And I've always been musically inclined. I used to love like making beats and stuff like that.
Oh, so you were making beats all along then?
Yeah, I played with it, and then like I would rap every now and again. But I just, for me, like rapping was just like I was nervous to do it, but it's like I had so many people trying to, oh, your dad, your dad, your dad. Like it's automatically expected.
Right.
My mom is musically inclined too.
She was influenced you too, right?
Yeah, she was an artist. She painted. So I learned that as I got older, subconsciously, my parents have seeped out of me. Like it's weird because I was not into art and stuff. I mean, I've always been an introvert. I always loved music, but like when I started to paint, other family members would say your mom was my mom, but my mom could draw. She was so good. God, she was so good. But I'll never forget. There was an art show that we did in Filmo, and my mom had she she was a Virgo, so anytime a Virgo is not, if you don't win, it's like that's how they're super critical and on themselves. And my mom didn't place the art show, and I remember the day she gave up art. I will never forget that.
What day was it?
It was not the actual date, but I remember the day when she was like, I'm done with this.
Well, approximately when was it? What made her give it up?
It was because she felt like people didn't appreciate her art, and she didn't even place in the politics. You know, when you do a competition, but they have the winner already selected.
Right.
You know, it was one of those situations, and it was politics behind it. Now, her art was beautiful, but what happens is that it was one of the situations where the winner was already appointed before we got here.
Fixed.
You know, so it was fixed, and it discouraged her, and I remember her like kind of just, she was over it. So, but now it's like, excuse me, as I got older, I didn't realize subconsciously I was sucking all that in because I wasn't
right.
the best drawer or anything like that. But yeah, I always loved music, video games, that's my thing, stuff like that, like just random creative stuff
Yeah.
around the house.
But you know what's funny? You're talking like doing the art, right? So to me, like being an artist is being an artist, and like you can be doing painting, you can be doing this, you can be doing music and doing beats, and like Senior Gigio, who we know, and also Z-Man are two examples of people who are graphic artists,
Yeah.
painters, and also hip hop MCs and
Yeah.
that. And the other thing is like with your videos.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's basically, this is a project only we're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
And the way you even do all of your face and the colors.
Yep.
So, and obviously you had fun doing those.
Absolutely. I shout out to Gigio, my star brother, my cosmic brother. Gigio is another person that like-minded people. Like he is another person that I see that literally walks in and embodies his art and
Right.
incorporates all of it.
And if I may
into
say
it.
too, someone I mentioned this to him is like if you notice, he encourages and sort of like is an ambassador for female artists, which is so important because we still have this uneven
Yep.
ratio.
And it's very important because the positive upliftingness of it, and he's super powerful, you know, and super like he checks on me and how are you doing, like it's big on energy, and like that is important to have, especially when as a male in this male dominated industry, it's not too many guys pushing for women without expectation or something like that. You know, this Gigio has always like, sometimes he won't even tell me. Someone will reach out to me and was like, Gigio, you know, and that's the way to do it. Some people do things to say, oh, I went there, and no, like, and I can only be so grateful for that. But yes, I have a lot of fun creating my music videos because I mean, I like writing out these concepts. They come from my brain. I'm super influenced by like Missy Elliott and like Mac Dre and just Erykah Badu and stuff. But I have these visions, like my mind. I've always been a wanderer ever since I was a little girl, and I used to spend a lot of time in the mirror and not like vanity, but I used to try to stare at the mirror and like blink and try to outblink myself. And I used to like do stuff where I would stare like super close at my hands and study like the lines in my hands, because I've always felt like, okay, this is a body, but like I'm always curious, what is all of this? What is all of this? And so as an adult and being able to now, like when I was growing up, I used to like, there were like unique people that I liked. And it's some of the most strangest people, like Dennis Rodman, or, you know, like people like Marilyn Manson was big at that time. Now, a lot of people would think he's scary looking, but he was so intriguing to me because he was so creepy, like weird. Boy
and
George.
Influenced you, I'm sure,
Yeah.
based on the videos anyway.
Yeah, like Boy George and like, you know, yeah, like just so many unique individuals, and I've always liked uniqueness.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I love being able to have creative control. I love working with people who love and respect the vision. Like my brother, Dag, he's not my blood brother, but spirit brother, whatever, you know, directed by Dag. He is great at, like, we've built rapport where he knows how to execute the visions the way he's always down to execute like ideas I have. I don't like feeling limited. You know, anytime I feel like there's a ceiling, it's hard for me to like color in the lines.